There are places in this world where the walls whisper, where the air feels heavier than it should, and the price of cheap rent isn't measured in dollars, but in secrets. For Ethan Cole, a 28-year-old software developer with more student debt than sense, those secrets would soon crawl out of the dark and into his nightmares.
Whisper to your ear.
Chapter 1. The Red Eye. Ethan's new apartment was a time capsule of neglect. The floors groaned underfoot, the wallpaper curled like dead leaves, and the single window in his bedroom faced another building just 10 feet across a narrow alley. He'd laughed when he signed the lease, $600 a month in the city. Steal of the century. But on his third night, as he lay in bed scrolling through his phone, he noticed it. A faint red glow blinking in the window directly across from his. At first, Ethan told himself it was a smoke detector or a router, but by midnight, when the glow pulsed in perfect rhythm with his breathing, he crept to the window and pulled back the blinds. The camera was small, sleek, and unmistakably modern, a sharp contrast to the crumbling brick around it. Its lens stared unblinking at his bed. Ethan say, "Who the hell?" He threw on a hoodie and stormed downstairs, following the flickering numbers on apartment mailboxes until he found 4B. The door was armored with 3 deadbolts. When Ethan knocked, the sound echoed like a tomb. The door creaks open an inch. A gaunt face peers out. Holloway, late 60s, with yellowed eyes and a tremor in his hands. "Mr. Holloway, hoarse. You're the new one, 3A. Ethan, your camera's pointed into my bedroom. Fix it. Now." Holloway's gaze darted past him, scanning the empty hallway. When he spoke again, his voice was a frayed wire. "Mr. Holloway, I'm not your enemy. I'm protecting you." "Ethan, from what? Peeping Toms? Because right now, buddy, that's you." The old man's lips peeled into a humorless smile. "Mr. Holloway, you think I'm the one watching you?" The door slams. Ethan stands frozen. Chapter 2. What lurks in the walls? The next week, Ethan's sleep dissolved into fragments. He'd wake gasping at 3 a.m. Certain something had brushed his ankle. The camera's red eye haunted him. But when he called the police, they shrugged. "Officer, no law against security cameras, kid. Buy curtains." So he did thick blackout drapes that choked the room in darkness. But the paranoia festered. He began hearing scrapes inside his closet wall, soft and deliberate, like fingernails tracing plaster. One sleepless night, Ethan rips open the closet door. His phone light reveals a hairline crack in the back wall. Behind it, a draft and the smell of wet soil. Curiosity kills more than cats. But in that moment, Ethan wasn't thinking about survival. He was thinking about answers. He clawed at the crack until the drywall crumbled, revealing a gap just wide enough to crawl through. The air inside was thick, rancid. Cobwebs clung to his face as he inched forward, phone trembling in his hand. The crawl space opens into a hidden room the size of a coffin. The beam of Ethan's light lands on a CRT TV, its screen buzzing with static, then resolving into a live feed of his own bedroom. Ethan, whispering, "No." The TV was ancient, its casing yellowed. Newspapers plastered the walls. Local tenant vanishes without trace, 2012. Mystery fire claims 3 in apartment 3A 1998. But the worst was the footage itself. As Ethan watched, a shadow pooled at the foot of his empty bed on screen. A humanoid shape, jagged and impossibly tall. It leaned over the mattress, its head twitching sideways. then turned to stare directly into the camera. Ethan stumbles back, gagging. The TV feed glitches, replaying a loop. Holloway, decades younger, screaming at an empty corner of his apartment as something ripples beneath the wallpaper. Chapter 3. The Super's Secret. Mr. Driscoll, the Super, was a whiskey-soaked relic who spent his days chain-smoking in a basement office littered with repair orders. When Ethan stormed in with photos of the crawl space, the old man's face drained of color. "Mr. Driscoll, you shouldn't have gone poking around, kid. Holloway's last neighbor Carl, he vanished back in 12. Left his wallet, keys, even a pot boiling on the stove. Holloway swore up and down he saw things in Carl's apartment before he disappeared. Started putting up cameras. Said he was documenting the proof." Ethan. "Proof of what? Ghosts?" Mr. Driscoll lights a cigarette with shaking hands. "Mr. Driscoll. Something older. Hungrier. They're in the walls, kid. Been here since the place was built. Holloway's the only one who ever saw M till now." That night, Ethan shoved his dresser against the closet. But as he lay in bed, the red glow from Holloway's camera bled through his curtains brighter than ever. A metallic click echoes from the crawl space. Ethan freezes. The dresser scrapes forward an inch, as if pushed from behind. Chapter 4. Don't sleep. At dawn, Ethan returned to the crawl space. The TV was gone. In its place, fresh drywall, still damp, and a note written in jagged charcoal. Note: "They're in your walls now. Don't sleep." Panic clawed up his throat. He fled to a motel, but as he flicked on the TV, a breaking news alert flashed. Reporter: "Fire at Maple Leaf Apartments. Authorities suspect arson. One resident, 68-year-old Warren Holloway, remains unaccounted for." The screen glitches. For a split second, the footage shows Holloway's camera feed. Ethan's motel room, from the perspective of the TV. Ethan never slept in that apartment again. He moved states, changed his number, and bought a guard dog. But some nights, when the silence presses too close, he swears he hears it, the scrape of drywall, the hum of static, and a voice, warped beyond recognition, whispering from the dark. Sleep tight, viewers.